right now. I'm calling my dad.
Yeah, KJ.
Are you with mom right now?
Yeah.
I just got the email like 10 minutes ago that I got into Stanford.
No. The regular or the...
Yeah, they said the formal offer will come in like March or something, but I'm accepted, and like the visiting day is February 14th.
Wow. Congratulations, Daddy.
Test. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Well, this video is going to be different than usual because I don't have a script. I just want to have a conversation with y'all and keep it as personal as I possibly can. If you're familiar with my channel and if you've watched me over the years, I'm going to get the elephant out of the room, and yes, my face looks like a pear right now. It's bigger than normal because earlier this year I got a couple of kidney diseases that just caused me to retain a lot more fluid than usual. If you want to learn more about that, I'm going to link the video up here, and yeah, you can just check it out on the channel. But now that that's out of the way, Stanford. Stanford is a school that I've always wanted to get into. It's something that I visited my sophomore year in high school and thought it was some outlandish dream. And once I started getting into other top universities, I honestly thought I would get in undergrad, but that just wasn't the case. On my drive up to Stanford with my family to visit the campus, this is after I got into Harvard, after I got into MIT, my family was so sure that they just wanted to show me Stanford in hopes of me staying closer to home in California. But on the drive up, I actually got deferred. So up until I actually decided to apply again in the future, I just always thought that, yes, I was pretty good. I was smart, I had my accomplishments, but I wasn't good enough for Stanford. But actually, as I progressed through MIT and I got different internships and I interacted with different people and I did well in a lot of my classes, I realized that I truly belonged. And over the years, my self-esteem grew. I became less focused on proving doubters wrong and more focused on just figuring out what I want to do, what my definition of success was, and what I thought I could potentially achieve. I really wanted to be the most successful version of myself. And it got to the point where, yeah, I thought I wanted to go to grad school because I'm someone that truly loves to learn and wanted to push myself further than even MIT took me. And my self-esteem actually grew to the point where at the time of applying to Stanford, I had already done research at Stanford. At this point, I knew a lot of the faculty and I felt comfortable on campus. Stanford Engineering's Instagram even followed me on Instagram. So the fall semester of my senior year, I was actually wearing Stanford apparel on MIT campus. This was even before I got in, because coming from the person who just thought he wasn't good enough to get into Stanford in the first place to now being the person wearing Stanford apparel on MIT campus, I definitely grew in terms of having a better understanding of my self-worth. Stanford was the school that I wanted to get into, and so Stanford was the only school that I really applied to, and Stanford was the school that I was going to go to. But that was until John Fanning hits me up one day and sends me an email and asks if I want to further talk to him over brunch. If you don't know who John Fanning is, he's actually one of the founders of Napster, that streaming music service that I'm pretty sure you know about, or have at least heard of it before. Because I had started this channel and because my reach has already started going places and my vlogs were doing well, when John wanted to start a drone company, he Googled MIT Aerospace Engineer. And luckily enough, you know, my name popped up first in Google search. I know, I mean, I'm proud of myself for doing some pretty good SEO work, and now I'm fortunate enough to pop up when you Google MIT. So yeah, we had a great conversation. It just so happened that I am also really passionate about drones and know a thing or two about them, and was studying a lot of autonomous courses at MIT. So it all just really came together and came together fast. A contract was on the table within the next couple of days, and yeah, everything just started to fall into place. Everyone just told me that this is a standard contract and that I should do it if it really interested me. And so at that point, January 2020, I really did not know what was going to happen with Stanford and with Deuce Drone, but I knew that at that moment, Deuce Drone was really exciting, so that's what I was going to dive into. And we all know what happened shortly after COVID. And with COVID, I went right down to Alabama, started grinding on Deuce Drone, and it was almost a blur going through that whole process, having a ton of meetings, meeting investors, meeting news people, and eventually having a successful demo that led to where we are today. And all of this happened with the thought of me going back to Stanford in the fall and working in some type of continuous remote fashion as I continue to learn a lot more about drones and autonomous systems in general. So we thought it was definitely going to be a win-win, but once I moved to Palo Alto, it was definitely an experience that I wasn't expecting. Everything was remote, and you can learn a lot more about my decision of actually just taking a leave of absence from Stanford last year in this video that will also be linked down in the description. I decided to go to Stanford and grad school in general to begin with because I'm someone who loves to learn. And that's something that you can continue to do even outside of the traditional classroom or university setting with the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creatives on topics ranging from design and web development to entrepreneurship and finance. With Skillshare, you can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. I recommend productivity classes in order to help you stay focused, and also any classes that get you acclimated with the nuances of investing. I personally am really interested in the class Demystifying Cryptocurrency, Understanding Bitcoin and Beyond by Meltem Demours, the Chief Strategy Officer at CoinShare. Everything is tailored for efficient learning, so there's no ads, and new premium classes are launching all the time. This makes it really easy to stay focused and actually work on new skills. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a limited time 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can explore your creativity today. There's a saying that goes around that's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now I'm in the portion of my life where I'm dealing with the worst health things that I could have ever imagined I'd have to ever deal with. And in the meantime, I'm actually still enjoying life. So that makes me really think about what I'm doing, and it makes me realize that I truly love what I'm doing. With all these negative things going on, I can't even out for the longest of times. I had to just stay in, and I couldn't focus, and I had constant headaches and everything that goes along with the medication that I'm taking, and I'm actually enjoying myself. So it really makes me reflect and think about the fact that every day I get to work on life-changing problems. Every day I get to wake up next to someone who inspires me to work harder every day and to achieve more. And every day I can continue to be the young man that I am that just likes to play PS5 with the boys and just likes to watch Laker games and FaceTime my parents. I get to still enjoy lazy weekend days, and I get to still just enjoy life. Since my last video, I actually was able to even take this exciting trip over to Utah where I got to interact with some really cool investors, entrepreneurs, and executives of various companies. I got to learn their stories and just talk to these people as they were just normal people. Something that I'm realizing is that all of these successful people, whether they're millionaires or 100 millionaires or billionaires, they're all just people all trying to reach the goals that they set for themselves and reap the benefits of the success that they hope to achieve, but all of them never really expected to. Listening to all of their stories, I realized that sometimes things just happen for a reason, and sometimes you just have to go with the flow and do what's best for you in that very moment. So yeah, over there I had great conversations, and I got to interact with a lot of people that I would have normally just interacted virtually with. Because I started all of these endeavors directly out of college, I never really experienced the real working life that outside of COVID. So it's all a new experience to me, and actually going somewhere after work and actually interacting with people after work, it's something that I still need a little bit of getting used to. But right now, everything just seems too great, so why stop now? Life is too short to have periods of time where you're not truly enjoying what you're doing right now, or at least enjoying the process of getting to some broader goal. So when a couple of weeks ago, Stanford gave me the final notice of whether I wanted to continue or not, I chose not to continue. Right now, I get to pursue things that I could have only dreamt of 10 years ago. Or even 5 years ago. I have the power, the control, the respect, and the responsibility to really make a big difference in this world, and I think I'm pretty close to it. And to be real, I'm also pretty confident that all of the experiences that I'm learning right now and all the experiences that I'm gaining will only help my future case if I ever wanted to go back to Stanford at any point to further my education. Right now, I'm just charting my own path. I've taken in the advice from my loved ones, from people that I respect, and from you watching this video, and I'm just living my life to the fullest. I'm figuring out every day what truly means the most to me, and I'm making sure that my life revolves around those things. These are things that are fluid, that could change with any given week or any given month, but right now, I know that stopping Stanford is the right thing to do. Even if it was my dream, even if it's a great and incredible school. Right now, it's the right choice to stop. Thank you all for coming along this journey that is my life. Thank you for being there in the comments and supporting me through my health struggles. It really, really means a lot. And hopefully I can continue to chart my path forward. I can continue to be the most successful person that I can be. And hopefully that inspires some of you to go reach for new and challenging goals that you would have never imagined going for. I always live by the saying that if you reach for the stars, you may end up on the moon. And so set challenging goals for yourself. And even if you don't achieve those, you're probably doing something really great for yourself. That's all I had to talk about today. As always, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter to see what I'm up to. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.